flying like a bug hunting for a dove. But it seemed every girl I liked to marry was a wild old daddy's soul. So I went to my mama with my head hung down, and she asked what's the matter with me. She took my hand and I told her my story. She said, son, now listen to me. Your daddy was such a good-looking young man, like an eagle young stallion horse. Well, his blood run hot, you can't blame him for letting Mother Nature take her course. But you got no reason to be upset. Don't you worry, don't you fret, don't you bother. See, your daddy ain't your daddy, though he thinks he is, so you can marry whoever you wanna.
She's got another one. I figured if it got down to it, she could wear both of them.
That was really scary.
I bought her this. This was the first day I ever bought her.
What was Bob riding?
And I took her to work. And I was holding her
That
like
time, I don't know what he's riding now.
and they were like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you had a baby."
You're making my knees
Well,
really hot.
They got
What is your bike?
T-bone.
You have to put it on her name.
She did. She had it like up over her head.
What?
Didn't Bob get T-bone?
I think so, something like that. Some woman,
And she flew off.
yeah.
I mean, she.
I tell you, I got hit in the front end. Woman was anticipating the light,
Honey, that's not a baby.
trying to get to work. And when she hit me in the forks. And it just, I saw it coming,
Gabby,
you know,
are you
I
having
mean,
fun?
bam, she hit me. And
If you catch me on
it was a
fire,
combination between me
we're gonna
thinking
have
and
words.
the centrifugal force. My leg got thrown up, you know. I don't know if I brought it up
Try not to throw it right on the very
otherwise
top.
it would have
Keep it
pinched
down
right,
towards the
got
side.
between that
That's why I
that crash bar. I'd probably lost a leg. But I could see the hardware. I wore those boots with the strap on the side.
certainly did enough
You
of
could
it.
see the fender where I'd
What you
my
want,
foot
baby
scraped into
girl?
that. Was that close.
This is mine.
And
You can't have it.
I thought, what the
can't have
heck
it.
is going on? Because bam, you know, and when we stopped, I just went,
I'm being so pretty.
I'm being such a
what?
good.
I thought, I'm still setting up. And what
Mine.
happened, it was one of those Cougars with the
Mine.
plastic fender things. My saddlebag latch
okay,
slid in
get
there just
yourself,
like a late
Jennifer, when
razor.
Nobody
And
else
just
is around
adhered
to
me
do
right
it
to
for
that
you.
car. My bike, it
Would you
took
like me to
5
take a
cops
picture
to
of
get
you?
my bike off her car.
That's pretty.
You know,
It's
and
a
I got
movie.
charged with the accident.
What? It's a movie.
Yeah, she ran the light.
She ran, well, because she was worked in a nursing home
Does
down
it zoom
below. One of
in
her
and out
employees.
too?
I saw it. I saw it. Bucket and everything,
Good
and my
camera
vest and all. I mean, looking bikerish.
It doesn't do well
and I
at
didn't have a
night.
cell phone at that
You
time.
had your beard.
Yeah, my beard, full beard and everything. But
Oh, you use it too.
so I went walking up. What the heck's wrong with you? You know? Oh, big biker gonna kill me. So, you know, I thought, oh man. Turned out she worked with that woman and she took up for her, you know. And I got the ticket. And that's when she was in the hospital still. And I had to go to court and it was so full of. So I got charged with an accident.
Everybody's like,
All of her pictures are like
But what happened?
Yeah.
See, the light was.
especially the video
the light
camera,
was
it's
green.
terrible.
Okay, you got altogether 6 lanes. You ever been down Ramsey Street in Fayetteville? Anyway, you got 3 lanes this side, 3 lanes on this side, and a turn lane in the center. But when I looked, the light was green. There's 6 lanes of traffic, and while that one on the far right, there was nobody in it, but the rest of them were stopped. Okay, this means
Stop.
what? I can go, you know. And just as I started to go, I said, okay, I'm gonna let this bike go until it runs out of gas, so I know how far I can go. So, just as I started into the intersection, the thing went. I reached down and hit my reserve. And by the time I looked back up, here she comes. Bam! It happened faster than I can even say it. But she was anticipating the light. It'll turn green by the time I get there.
That's why I don't like to ride in the city.
Yeah, that's exactly why. And she would ride in San Diego. I didn't care. California are the nicest people you ever want to meet until they get behind the wheel of a car. Because you put on if you put worst thing you can do in California, especially on those freeways, if you want to change lane, do not use your turn signal. Because if you put on a left turn signal, that means hurry up and pass me. I'm serious. You put on a turn signal and they hurry up and want to get by you. And when if you're wanting to go off on an exit, you know, they stop you from doing that. When I'm in that big old rig, I made a guy go in the opposite lanes, you know. So I put on my left signal because I had to turn, and he first.
She'll never ever leave you. She does you on mine. Once an ugly girl was born, her pap took it on the chin. He looked it in the face, he turned it around, he said, heavens, we got twins. Always marry an ugly girl, that's the only kind. They'll never ever leave you, and if she does, you won't mind. My brother married an ugly girl, she drank from a special cup. She had a great big upper lip, but the lower lip covered it up. Always marry an ugly girl, that's the only kind. She'll never ever leave you, and if she does, you won't mind. Cousin married an ugly girl, they really had it made. Every time she undressed, the neighbors pulled the shades. Always marry an ugly girl, that's the only kind. She'll never ever leave you, and if she does, you won't mind. Cousin married an ugly girl, the family got uptight. Made it a formal wedding, they painted the shotgun white. And always marry an ugly girl, that's the only kind. She'll never ever leave you, and if she does, you won't mind. When you make love to an ugly girl, she'll never let you quit, 'cause she thinks it's the last she's ever gonna get. Always marry an ugly girl, that's the only kind. She'll never ever leave you, and if she does, you don't mind.
Ask and you shall receive.
The only thing is, you got to sing.
I'm joking, dude.
I don't know the words. Sing along with them.
Okay. He'll sing with you.
There's no harmonizing about that.
I can't be rolling. You know the words? Turn it up.
Turn it up.
We'll bring the side down.
Yeah, the bam ass.
The bam ass. Don't go breaking my. Oh, where you at? Where you at? I'm still dancing. Dancing by myself.
I saw a horse standing where my horse ought to be. So I asked that little wife of mine, explain this thing to me. What's a horse standing where my horse ought to be? Well, you're blind, fool, you're crazy, fool, you're drunk as you can be. That's just an old milk cow my granny made to me. Well, I've been around the world a many mile or more, but a saddle on a milk cow ain't never seen before. The second night that I come home, drunk as I could be, I saw a coat a-hanging where my coat ought to be. So I asked that little wife of mine, explain this thing to me. Oh, what's the coat a hanging where my coat ought to be? Well, you're blind fool, you're crazy fool, you're drunk as you can be. That's just an old blanket my auntie gave to me. Well, I've been around the world a many miles or more, but a pockets on a blanket I ain't never seen before. Well, the third night that I come home, drunk as I could be, I saw a head laying where my head ought to be. So I asked that little wife of mine, explain this thing to me. Oh, what's a head laying where my head ought to be? Well, you're a blind fool, a crazy fool, you're drunk as you can be. That's just an old cabbage my mama gave to me. Well, I've been around the world many miles or more, but a mustache on a cabbage head ain't never seen before. What?